Welcome to my channel and you are watching Rhythm Insight. What Bengal thinks today, the rest of the India does it tomorrow. This is a famous quote. The people of West Bengal immensely believe in this quote. At one time, for the state of Bengal, this quote was absolutely true. West Bengal is that part of India from where legends from every kind of field, that maybe from poetry, science, art, filmmaking, etc. have originated from here. Gurudev Rabindranath Tagore, Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar, Raja Ram Mohan Roy, Swami Vivekananda, Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, Satyajit Ray, all these legends belongs to West Bengal. West Bengal was the richest region in India. The textile industry of West Bengal was famous all around the world. Bengal alone produced 50% of the total textiles and 80% of the raw silk that was imported to the whole of Asia. Muslin from Dhaka and Malmal from Malda and Murshidabad, these fabrics were so popular in the whole world. The foreign travelers had even written specifically about these fabrics. The references can also be found in Kautilya's Astra Shastra. The Bengal region has a rich history, whether it is the French traveler Francois Bernier or the British journalist William Digby. These people called the region of Bengal richer than Egypt and Britain. But today, everything has been overturned. The state is struggling now. In the list of the depth of GDP ranking, the West Bengal is among the top 5 states. Most of number of beggars are found in India in the state of West Bengal. This is a harsh reality. The state that used to stand strongly for the women's empowerment for some time tops in the list in terms of child marriages. West Bengal holds the second position in most number of child marriages in India. In the state of the great poets and thinkers, education infrastructure is very poor today in West Bengal. West Bengal is performing very badly in secondary and high secondary educations. I must want to know why these are happenings. These are happenings due to 5 reasons. How Britishers looted Bengal. During the 1700th century, Bengal was so prosperous that the European East India Company came to Bengal directly for doing business. After the Battle of Plassey in the year 1757 and the Battle of Buxar in the year 1967, Bengal became a center of point for the expansion of Britishers in India. After over the control of Bengal, and the Britishers started exploiting the resources of West Bengal to fund their other wars. Their taxation system, the Britishers almost destroyed the local businessmen and the farmers. By taking over the control of Bengal, Britishers got the high quality silk, indigo and all other textiles that used to be produced in Bengal for free. Britishers exported these and earned huge profits. The Britishers were so vicious that they used to export the high quality cotton that used to produce in Bengal. The Britishers imported the finished products to India and sell them to the locals at higher price. This used to be their other means of earning profits. As a result of all these things, the local raw material was getting exploited, the local industries were gradually shutting down, and this led to the shrinking of economy of Bengal. The Britishers digested all the profits and never blushed. But all this was not enough, and Lord Cornwallis prepared another master plan to destroy Bengal. In the year 1793, he introduced the British Parliament Settlements Act. What was this act and what were its impacts on Bengal presidency? At that time, a lot of money was collected as the taxes from the Bengal region, and the majority of the taxes were collected from the farming sector. But at that time, the output of farming was declining because famines were encountered in several regions of India at that time. To keep their revenue constant, Lord Cornwallis introduced this act and made the tax fixed. He ordered whether the output is yielded from the crops or not, the farmers must pay a fixed amount of money as a tax. And do you know who used to collect these taxes from the farmers at that time? Zamindars. Gradually, the smaller farmers started this intent trading. When droughts were encountered, The farmers were forced to take loans at higher interest rate by the pledging their land, and the lands were pledged to the zamindars. The zamindars collected the tax, the zamindars provided the loans, and when the farmers were unable to repay the loans, the zamindars usurped the lands of the farmers as well. Due to this system, the farmers of the northern region of Bengal were uprooted one after the other, and the next famine was its reason. How Britishers created Bengal famines. Two major incidents of famines were encountered in Bengal. These famines caused massive destructions in this region. These famines were not natural. These famines were properly planned by the Britishers. It were man-made. The first famine was observed in the year 1770. Actually, in the years 1768 and 1769, for 2 continuous years, drought was observed in the entire region of Bengal. The crops were already not growing, and an epidemic of smallpox was also observed in Bengal. Together with the drought, ultimately this led to a famine in the year 1770. According to the data, around 1/3 of the Bengal population, that is around 1 crore people, succumbed to this famine, and the East India Company acted by putting something flammable in the fire. The East India Company started accumulating high quantities of rice for its army. Due to this, the famine became worse. When people had nothing to eat, people started migrating to other regions, and the overall agriculture and cultivation reduced to 1/3, and somewhat similar incident was observed in the Bengal in the year 1943. This region experienced another major famine. According to the Britishers, droughts were responsible for the famine, but according to the research done by IIT Gandhinagar, it is clear that this famine was also completely man-made. Drought was not all responsible for the famine. World War II is the main reason behind the famine. The Britishers developed a policy due to which inflation went very high. The price of the rice was increased by around 300%. Apart from this, to feed their army in the World War II, Winston Churchill snatched the food from the people of Bengal and supplied to its army. During this time, 1500 tons of food grains were sent to the army every single day from Bengal, and due to this famine, 30 lakh people died in Bengal, and this suddenly pulled Bengal several years back. The next point is related to the partition. The partition of Bengal, we all know one partition was observed in the year 1947. This caused the formation of East Pakistan or Bangladesh of today and West Bengal. But 2 more partitions of Bengal happened in the past. The first partition was observed in the year 1874. The Assam region was separated from the Bengal presidency. The second partition was observed in the year 1914. This time, the states of Bihar and Odisha was separated from the Bengal presidency. When Assam was separated from Bengal, the opportunity for tea farming went to the state of Assam. The mineral-rich area was separated from Bengal during its second partition, and then the partition of the year 1947 was observed. The Britishers executed the partition so cruelly that 75% of the jute fields in the United Bengal went under East Pakistan, and all the jute mills in the region of Howrah, Hooghly and 24 Parganas remained in Bengal. East Pakistan imposed heavy taxes on the import of jute to India. It became impossible for the jute factories to buy raw material, and due to this, the jute mills in Bengal were shutting down one after the other. Refugee crisis was another problem of the partition of the year 1947. If you look at the census of the year 1961, this is the official data. 30 lakh people migrated from East Pakistan to Bengal as a refugee, and this is only according to the official data. But many migrants migrated to Bengal illegally as well. This led to a massive burden to the economy of West Bengal, the communists and the Bengal. The next reason is the post-independence politics in Bengal. In spite of experiencing all this, West Bengal had a chance to improve its condition, because in the year 1946, Britishers left India. Now the power was in the hands of the Indians. Due to politics, growth could not take Bengal place. After the independence, if you look, Congress, CPIM and TMC, these three parties have took in power in West Bengal all the time. And immediately after the independence of India, Indian National Congress formed the government in both the center and the state. But in spite of this, West Bengal had to face a lot of discrimination. The remains of the jute cultivation were the cash crop in West Bengal. The tax earned by exporting jute contributed to the revenue of West Bengal, but the central government reduced the share of the state government on the export of jute. Apart from this, to deal with the refugee crisis, the package allocated for the state government was also reduced. Apart from this, the income tax is used to accumulate from the state. The share of the state government on the income tax was reduced to 12% from 20%, while the share of the Bombay Presidency on the income tax collected from the Bombay Presidency was increased to 21%. After getting fed up with all this, the Chief Minister of West Bengal, Bidhan Chandra Roy, wrote a letter to the Prime Minister late Jawaharlal Nehru and called all these things to be unfair. Think once, Bidhan Chandra Roy also belonged to Indian National Congress, and he also informed that this is not right. And after all this, the freight equalization policy was introduced in the year 1952. Due to this policy, the coastal states of India like Gujarat and Maharashtra were developed a lot, but the eastern states like West Bengal and Bihar had to bear all the consequences. I have discussed this policy in detail in the video. If you look at the impact of this policy on West Bengal, prior to this policy in the year 1952, the total factories in the states of Gujarat and Maharashtra were less than the total number of factories in West Bengal. But during the years 1956 to 1957, if you observe all the new factories that were licensed in Maharashtra, about half of this number of factories were given license in West Bengal. As a result, in the year 1947, the Indian industrial output from the state of West Bengal was reduced only 17% from 27% in the year 1960. When Indian National Congress lost its power in West Bengal, CPIM came into power in West Bengal, Communist Party of India. There was no need of telling you the extent of love the Communist Party shows for the capitalists and the industrialists. With the arrival of CPIM in power, the culture of trade union became evident in West Bengal. Labor strikes became very common. The running factories began to shut down. Industrialists thought of investing in any other state than West Bengal. With the liberalization in the year 1991, foreign investment reached India. All the other states looked at this as an opportunity. But the Communist Party in Bengal was against this. Things do not stop in the year 1991. In the present day Bengal, look at the case of the year 2008 when Ratan Tata thought to set up a factory for its nano car in Shingo region of Hooghly. At that time, Mamata Banerjee with its party went strongly against this. She said this is an illegal encroachment on the land of farmers. Tata Motors had to take its decision back, and Tata Motors set up this factory in Gujarat. This protest turned out to be a major victory for Mamata Banerjee. She was elected as the Chief Minister of West Bengal in the year 2011. In her tenure, the considerable amount of development has been observed in West Bengal. She is elected as Chief Minister of West Bengal for the third time in the last elections. The Communist Party that lost to TMC at the ground reality. If you look, according to people, the workers of CPIM are today the workers of TMC due to the club culture in West Bengal. Due to this, the problems have remained unchanged. Communal violence in another major issue in the state of West Bengal. During the years 2021 to 22, in a span of 1 year, more than 65 cases of communal violence has been observed in the state of West Bengal. The satirical movie on the Mamata Banerjee was banned in West Bengal. Corruption is all over the TMC, and every month a new leader of TMC is caught in a major corruption scandal. The world has even left defending this fact The corruption has gone so deep in the system of West Bengal. Issues are so serious that Kolkata is at the last in providing a decent job and ensuring economic growth. The politicians in West Bengal could not free the people of West Bengal from the cocktail of crime, corruption and communal violence. This is a harsh reality. These politicians want to keep people nostalgic about the glorious past, but their preparation for taking people again to a glorious era is very weak. This was about the case study of West Bengal. I have tried to cover a long period of time in a short video. Do let me know in the comment section which state should I cover next. Subscribe to this channel for more such videos. I will meet you in the next video with a new topic. Till then, take care of yourselves. Thank you.